Hey guys, so it has been 3 weeks since you guys have heard from me. I had a video in mind that I wanted to do, and I finally convinced myself to do it. But first, I want to give you guys a few updates. So over the last 3 weeks, I actually have been tracing back my ancestry through ancestry.com, and I wound up going on vacation and going upstate. And I wrote like a whole blog post, on my experiences. I'm still waiting for my DNA test to come back, but that's what I did the first week. And then the second week I was home and I got food poisoning because it was my fault. It's usually my fault. I'm very, very hard-headed. I love eating salad and I hate wasting food, and every once in a while I will eat something that has been in the fridge for too long, and then I get sick. It's usually kale, and that's what I did wind up eating, was kale, and it made me really, really sick. So I have to try to be more mindful of when I cook stuff, how long it's been in the fridge, as well as salad and things like that, because I'm just I don't know, I don't want to say I'm absent-minded, but I have the tendency to forget how long stuff has been in there, and then I wind up with food poisoning. So I have a whole bunch of videos planned for this month, and I'm really excited to just jump right in there. But like I said, I want to take it slow and just wait until I felt better. I'm starting to feel better now. It's almost the end of the week, of the third week. So next week you guys are going to be seeing some new videos, and like I said, I have a few different things that I'm going to be doing this month. So right now, I hope you guys can see my face. I'm wearing these new glasses, but they have a glare on them, so I'm not sure if you can see my eyes. But right now I think my hairstyle is over a month old. This was the Shea and Coco Talia Wajid's twist, wearable twist. I took the twists out 2 weeks ago because my scalp was itching a lot. That's what this video is going to be about. Dealing with itchy scalp due to health reasons, tenderheadedness, and just stretching hairstyles and over styling. So I took my twists out because my scalp was itching a lot. This is a video that I've never really made, but I wanted to make it. This month is Celiacs Awareness Month, and so what better time than to make the video about Celiacs Awareness Month. A little over 6 or 7 months ago, I developed another autoimmune disease called subdural dermal herpetitis. I have a hard time pronouncing it, and it's basically a manifestation of celiac disease on your skin. So I had ingested gluten several times last year by accident, because when I go out to dinner, sometimes people will try to tell me stuff is gluten-free just so that they can save their tip or whatever. And so I wound up getting sick 3 or 4 times, and then I noticed that my scalp was itching really, 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 really bad. And it took me from September to November before I finally realized this isn't going away. This is a problem. And around that time, I was also using Ego Styler Gel. So I realized that this had to do with my celiac disease, and that it wasn't ever going to go away. The only thing that I can do is continue to not ingest gluten, but I also had to give up my Eco Styler Gel because that contains wheat, and it's directly on my scalp, and I was scratching my scalp and my scalp was on fire, and my skin itches all over. And so basically I wanted to just share a little video because I know some people have itchy scalp. You don't have to have what I have. You can just have itchy scalp. I'm not giving out medical advice or anything like that. I'm just saying what I do to deal with it, as well as my tenderheadedness. So I'm going to get into the video. So tenderheadedness, I don't know how many of my watchers are tenderheaded. I'm extremely, extremely tenderheaded. My earliest memories of having other people do my hair when I was little, my hair was natural and it was waist length, and I remember just crying because a lot of times people would just tear through my hair because I had so much. They would rush, they would pull it, they would yank, and it would just hurt so bad. And I've always been tender-headed. The most tender part is right here in the back in the middle. And so I tend to not do like a lot of hairstyles. Like I know a lot of YouTubers, they do all these really cool braided hairstyles and different things. I do know how to braid, I do know how to plait, I know how to flat twist, I know how to do all of that stuff. But my scalp is so tender that I just like, it winds up just making me crazy, and then I take everything out. So that's one of the reasons why I always do very low maintenance styles that don't pull on my hair or like pull on my scalp. I don't like putting bobby pins in my hair. I don't like wearing curlers. I don't like doing much to my hair, and I'm sure that you guys have noticed that, because some hairstyles I see and I'm like, oh, that's so cute, but if I do it, I won't have it in my head for probably more than 2 or 3 days, or I'll have a headache. So how do I deal with being tender-headed? Well, one, I do very low maintenance styles. Every once in a while I'll do like a perm rod style. And people always ask me like, how do you sleep with those rollers in your hair? I have this pillow, and it's round. It's like the kind that goes around your neck, and I sleep with my head in that pillow. So the part with the most rollers, where it's the most sensitive, is actually in the part where it's like a hole. So my head like rests in it, and that's like the only way I can sleep with rollers. Otherwise I will wind up taking them out in the middle of the night. The hairstyle that hurts the most is Bantu knots. And I'm going to do Bantu knots this month, but man, Bantu knots, they really drove me crazy. They drove me literally up the wall. I haven't found that there is anything that you can really do for tender-headedness. As far as with my scalp goes, dealing with the SD and just being tender-headed and like the itchiness, I find that using all natural products, especially products that don't contain gluten, work best for me. It really reduces the amount of itchiness, the amount of just like my tender scalp, tender skin, and low maintenance hairstyles. Now, one thing that I really have been doing since I was like 10 years old that I noticed made a huge difference is I don't put anything on my scalp. And I want to address this because a lot of people ask me, how do you get your styles to last so long and your hair doesn't flake? My hair doesn't flake because I don't apply anything to my scalp. People ask me, well, how do you get moisture to your scalp? How do you do this? How do you do that? I just don't put anything on my scalp. My scalp is fine. I really don't have an issue with moisture retention. So like just now before I came in here to film this, I just put some oil on my strands on my ends, and then I put a little oil right here on the front to smooth those hairs down. But as far as my actual scalp does, I never put anything directly on my scalp. Otherwise I'm gonna be scratching, I'm gonna be just like going crazy. Like, you guys don't want to see me on one of those days when I'm scratching, because like I will literally lose my mind, and then it's all downhill from there. So that's how my styles last, because I don't put anything on my scalp. I try not to scratch it. Obviously if you do scratch your hair, it's gonna flake up. Usually if I do get into like a scratching fit, I'll just like go like this. I just try not to like really scratch the scalp so that it doesn't flake. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update and talk to you about something that plagues me. If you guys have any comments or anything like that, you can leave them in the description box. If you ask me for any like medical advice, I'm just gonna tell you to go to a doctor, because that's really the only thing you could do, is go to the doctor, like a dermatologist, if you have issues with your scalp with irritation and sensitivity. If you guys want to know more about celiac disease, I talk about celiac disease a lot on my vlog. They're older videos, as well on my Instagram and on my blog. So I guess I will see you guys all later. I should have another video up within a few days.